Good morning. Welcome to Sunday. Back to some more Lotro. I honestly haven't played all week. But we have coffee. That's a good thing. So where did we leave off last week? Let's see. We haven't played. Been streaming last week. And where were we? So this was we're still doing the Song of Waves and Wind. We had made it. Where are we? I guess we got back over to Lond Kirion after going all the way up through Pinath Galeen and whatever. We did the things up there. So now we're here, and we talked to them. So speak with the members of the traveling party who will leave Anphalas in the company of King Elisar. Okay. Let's see what everybody has to say.
I understand you are leaving us. Good luck to you, and to young Thorongil.
I hope you're alright, and the Corsairs will not harm their young captive. Volunteer to come with you if I was not charged with maintaining the provisions for the king's traveling party, but what use could I be on such a quest? I am no fighter. But I do know food. Fruits of the Umbar are apples, dates, figs, grapes, melons, and plums. Vegetables including beets, cabbage, eggplant, fennel, onions, and turnips. The diet of the Umbarim contains a great deal of fish and shellfish, but also beef, goat, mutton, and poultry in lesser quantities. I don't suppose that helps you at all. We'll miss you, friend. Hey, good morning, man. Yeah, that's just basically about everything in every food group there is. Yeah, go put some coffee on, man. Put some coffee on. I'm on my third cup. I was up early today.
Dearie me. Do take care of yourself.
I hope the things that I've heard about the city of the Corsairs are untrue, for it sounds a frightful and violent place. How do Corsairs behave when they are at home? I cannot even imagine. You tell Ira that your mission is supposed to be a secret, and she gives you a dramatic wink. My lips will remain sealed. You can count on me. She suddenly smacks her forehead with one palm. It is going to be very warm there. You will need to dress for the weather. Change of clothes may be warranted. What's the matter? Oh, why is... Oh. Well, there we go. There you go. How's that? Thank you. I was trying to figure out why. Yeah, thanks, Suze. Yeah, she's like, you're not seeing the game. It's black. Like, that's on the wrong scene. And such is how our day starts. Let's see. All right. Next victim, Queen Arwen. What's she got to say?
Good fortune go with you, and may you rescue the young heir of Pinath Galeen from his captivity.
You need not take my advice, but if you have a willing ear, I might suggest that you bring my brothers with you when you assemble your crew. Eladan and Elrohir remain behind to aid the folk in Pinath Galeen for a few days, but I know that they would be happy to accompany you when they have done there what they wanted.
Eorith says you plan to sail to Umbar.
Not seeing the Shire Flyer. Yeah, that's right. Nobody wants to look at this mug. Let's see. Ira says you plan to sail to Umbar, and most of what I have heard of that place is frightening. King says Sauron is gone, and I have no reason to think he is wrong about that, but Sauron was worshipped for a long time in the city of the Corsairs. Can you be certain his cult is gone? Glyndor and I will do what we can to keep the king safe. I hope the crew you assemble for your mission will do the same for you.
Leniel and I will watch out for the king on his return to Minas Tirith. You
You
take care of yourself.
yourself. For my heart tells me you are about to be in far greater danger than the rest of us.
If you do encounter any members of this kindred, do not stay the killing stroke.
You are leaving us on a secret errand. Ira says you go to rescue young Thorongil from the Kindred of the Coins. No, do not seek to deny it. We both know it is true. If you do encounter any members of this kindred, do not stay the killing stroke. They need to be taught not to interfere with the rule of Gondor. You tell Affadair that you hope to rescue Thorongil without undue bloodshed, and he snorts. I am sure that is your hope, but nothing so risky was ever accomplished without bloodshed. When it proves impossible, you will remember my words, I warn. To Lady Mara. I may have misjudged both you and the king. I felt certain that the two of you would encourage my son, Orgelos, to follow in his father's footsteps, luring him away from Anfalas and into danger. But you have done the opposite. I am surprised. My heart goes out to Noriel and to her husband. I hope you are able to rescue their son from the Corsairs who have stolen him away. If Golazgil were here, I know he would welcome you aboard the Wave Hunter. Indeed, he would have set sail at once as soon as he had a course to follow. Good fortune go with you and with the crew you choose. Long have I borne resentment for my husband's ship in my heart, but now I place upon its wooden frame my most fervent hope that you will return soon and safely with young Thorongil in tow. Ah, yes, we must go rescue the young child. Talk to King Elisar. So, how's your week been, Zeus? Yeah, I didn't get back in time for the rest of your stream yesterday. I went out to go wash the truck because it was literally like turning green. I have a white truck and it was turning green, and there was like moss growing in places like around the bed and stuff. And I was just like, I've been putting it off, and I was like, I need to wash the truck. And by the time I got done and came back inside, I was A, I was pretty exhausted, and B, I think you were already done. So 5-day weekend, very nice. Now, is that because your shifts are going to change before you actually start doing the next thing, which is hopefully actually talking to real planes after, I don't know, 30 years, you know?
You sail into dangerous waters, my friend. And in Umbar, you will be beyond my help.
This is farewell. Elisar clasps your arm and looks into your eyes. You sail into dangerous waters, and in Umbar you will be beyond my help. Rescue young Thorongil and Corodan, and return to Gondor as soon as you may. I leave the choice of your crew to you, but I have asked my scribe Kabar to assemble some notes on folks who might be well suited for the task. Speak to him in the library of Lond Kirion and hear his suggestions. Bye, my friend. I will see you again, but it may be many days hence and far from here. Haste and good fortune go with you. Back to the library. Swapping back to your normal schedule, and also have 2 days of annual leave in there for anniversary. Okay, that's cool. So, normal schedule, so does that mean you go back to Tuesday through Saturday, and then you're off Sunday, Monday again? Is that how that works? Roger that. This is the keep. This is not the library. Where is... The Library of Lond Kirion. Is that down below? Yeah. No. No, there's the ring. It's got to be in here. I forget exactly where. We'll just keep trying doors until we find the right room. Was it upstairs, maybe? No, see, there you go. See, door I can't use. So here, it's back in this room. I do not like this place, Sam, I am. Lost in this place. Undead Royals Gaming. Long live Khazad of the Durin's folk. Yes, this is a good way to put it. How are you on this fine Sunday morning? Oh, here's the library. Here we go.
This is really happening?
Yes.
When the king
really.
asked me to accompany you to Umbar, I thought he was joking.
I thought he said that in jest, but it was not so. I will do my best. You have shown me kindness, and I will do what I can in return. But do not ask me to steer the ship. I would fetch us upon the rocks or a reef or... Oh, I feel faint suddenly. Oh, what do we get here? Seaside Bracelet. Gonna be any better? Yeah, it might actually be better. Resistance, physical, and tactical mitt. That's kind of nice. Probably put that in place of... Well, see, we're gonna lose a lot of agility, though. See, I hate that. We're swapping this stuff out.
I will be fine in a moment. Let me just breathe for a bit.
K-Bar rubs his eyes and steadies himself. All right, business to business. The Wave Hunter already has a complement of sailors, and they will best know how to bring us to Umbar. But you will want to fill out the crew with trusted and accomplished folk. After all, there will still be a rescue to manage once we arrive at the city of the Corsairs. King Elisar suggested several additions to the crew, and if you deem them enough, we can sail as soon as you have returned with them. Lady Noriel of Pineth Galeen, the boon companions Legolas and Gimli, Lord Sergon of Pelargir, Corodan's sister Sigileth, and the Corsair Jajax. I have compiled notes on each of these and on others who might be willing to sail with us on the Wave Hunter. Consult my notes in the book on the table there, and it may prove useful as you assemble your crew. Okay. Notes on the crew. Going back to the dumb, quick turnaround shift on Thursday. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you work like Wednesday and then you go in really early on Thursday, right? You have a dwarf main? Very cool. Flight from London to Toulouse. Raining in England right now. Oh, well, not so bad. A little rain. Actually use a little more rain here, I suppose. So there's all these notes. I really don't know if I want to read all these. As much as this is... okay, so this is chapter 5.1. So we're into a new chapter section here. So we're going to have to go to these places, right? All right, I guess we'll read them. So I think if you were to set sail for Umbar with only one other, it would have to be the Lady Noriel. There is no way you can keep her from joining the crew of the Wave Hunter, and should you try, I believe she will swim behind the boat and deal you grievous injury with her blade when she catches up. She is a Knight of the Green Hills, so she will be no burden on the voyage, but she is also the mother of Thorongil. That by itself will fill her with such fury that she will prove a deadly member of the crew. If anything, you may need to restrain her from doing violence upon the kindred of the coins at an inopportune moment, lest you risk further incident between Gondor and Umbar. Lady Noriel can be found within the hall of Ost Arndir in Pinath Galeen. Her husband, Parandolion, is of very different temperament, and I suspect he will not be interested in joining the crew, but perhaps you can ask him. Okay. So, to Pinath Galeen we shall go. You asked how I'm doing. I'm doing okay. So thank you for asking. It's been a hell of a week. Alright, so that's is there a normal stable or is this the only one?
Have you come to help? Good.
Oh, we need to go to Ost Arndir, right? In Pinath Galeen, so that's where we're headed. I guess we'll just do these one at a time. Gotta go find all these people. Travel around everywhere. I do have some ports, so that'll probably help us get places like Pelargir and stuff. Maybe I have a port too. Pelargir, maybe not. Dol Amroth, I'm pretty sure I do. So we can go there if we need to. Polashir.
Queen Arwen's brothers. Aye, they spoke of tracking down corsairs after the raid upon Tomb Roast.
Okay. Queen Arwen's brothers. I do not know exactly where they might have gone since, but you should begin your search for them somewhere near IFL. Alright, somewhere in Tomb Rost. Okay. Wait a second. Alright, so... Knight of the Green Hills. True, brothers. This is where we want to go. Not that way, though. That's okay. Lady Noriel's Keep. Do we have to go in there from up above, I guess? I forget. Yes, let's go up this way. Oh, that's right. Upstairs. Downstairs. Oh, can't go that way. I think we go... That one's going to be closed. Hello. You watch. No, it is downstairs. Damn it. I hate these keeps, man. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, it's not. It's around this way. My bad. Damn it.
Every day that passes brings my son further into danger.
There must be no more delay. I will join the crew of the Wave Hunter so I may ask the Kindred of the Coins to return Thorongil, but I will ask only once. If they refuse, I will bloody my sword and dent my shield on their carcasses. They have remained unused for too long anyway. My husband, Carandolion, always speaks of the need for patience and for thinking things through, but see where that has gotten us? Our son stolen away by enemies of Gondor. Well, they have made an enemy of Noriel, and she does not forgive as readily as Gondor. Recruit the crew you think we'll need for the voyage, but remember the need I have for haste. Will you retrieve my sword and shield from the armory on the lower level? I have had the sword sharpened and the shield reinforced since the Corsairs raided Tum Rost, and they should now be ready for me. Do need to go down to the base. So... Interesting how the music tone changes just by going down into the basement. Alright, let's see here. Saw something. Something? Oh, okay. That goes outside. That's not what. There we go. Sword and shield. Talk to Carandolion on the lowest level of Ost Arndir. We're here, friend.
I am no fighter. My wife has always been the firebrand.
But that does not mean I do not want my son safely returned to his home. My wife has always been the firebrand, and she has temper enough for the both of us. But she matches it, nay, she exceeds it, with her martial skill. There are none more deadly in all the Green Hills with a blade than she. I am unlike my brother, you know. Duin here rode to Minas Tirith with trumpets and banners, and when he came back, he did so without his sons, for they were of fighting age. I, Thorongil, was not, but he has been taken away all the same, and now I must rely upon my dangerous wife to retrieve him. Do I risk losing them both? There are the thoughts that keep me awake at night. These are the thoughts that keep me awake at night. I will remain here to oversee Peneth Galeen while Nariel is away, but my thoughts will sail alongside her as she rides the waves to Umbar. I will give her a favor to carry into battle so that she knows her husband's heart goes with her. Hey, the bold guy go burr. When I see your profile picture, one where you have the hat, it always reminds me of Theoden from the movies. I guess you and Bernard Hill have some similar facial features. Okay. I'll take your word for it. But thanks, man. Appreciate it. I assume that that's a compliment. Thank you. How have you been? Need to go. This way. Yeah, we need to go this way. I'm gonna go back up. Our way.
Thank you for bringing me my equipment, and for speaking with my husband.
I will carry his favor into battle on behalf of our son Thorongil, should battle prove necessary. My husband would be the first to tell you he is no fighter, but I love him all the more for it. I do our fighting for us and without regret. Carandolian will see that Pineth Gilleen does not suffer in my absence, and when I return, I will return with our son, and only his father will celebrate more loudly and happily than I. I will await your command and the rest of your crew at the Wave Hunter. Okay. That one is done. The Seaside Bracelet. Now, it's got Vitality, Resistance, Physical, and Tactical Mit. But I'd lose a bunch of Agility. Not sure if that's a better way to go, but we'll hang on to that particular item because resistances are always good. Oh, Questing Dad with the five stream streak. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good morning. Doing fine. Theoden in the movies was, in my opinion, quite the stylish, classy dude indeed. Yes, but was that Theoden before he was rescued from the grasp of Wormtongue, or after? Flight Sim already killed itself. Not even a minute. What did it? Oh, seriously? All instruments unresponsive. See, this is why you need to have alternative instruments. Because you remember I told you about that time where I actually had all my stuff seized up, but the only thing that was still working was my tablet that was connected to ForeFlight, and I actually used the ForeFlight instrumentation to land the plane and to navigate and land. It was pretty cool, actually. After good. And good morning to you, sir. How are you on this fine Sunday morning? All right, next we got to find Eladan and Elro here. La 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 la. Ow, 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 ow. Just finished yard work. It is already hot outside. Yeah, what is it like today here? Actually, you know what? It's fairly cool here today. Being that it's now after 10 a.m. and it's still only 26 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, not bad. We've actually had kind of a stretch of cool mornings lately, which has been kind of refreshing. All right, we need to go. I guess we need to go into the hills there. Rost. Tidy Whiteys, what up, man? How you doing, buddy? What's going on? Is this quest?
Someone needs to do something.
You cave claws.
will not believe what I found.
Chitterings at Rasping Crag. Well, I guess we'll probably have to go that way anyway, so... yeah, that's up there. We'll go do that too. We can turn that in. And then we'll go find the boys. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Been a crazy kind of week. Any thoughts or forbidden conspiracies about the upcoming Lotro? There's an upcoming expansion. I guess that'll tell you what my thoughts are. Yeah, I mean, it's that time of year, right? He said no thoughts, right? Exactly. I don't know much about anything. I really haven't read about it at all or anything, so I don't really have a comment one way or the other. Goblin Prowler. Oh, you have discovered Rasping Crag. Okay, well that's nice. The Cave Claws. Now, is there a cave into which we must go? No. Four new zones and an increased level cap to 160. Okay. I now know as much as you. And that'll do it for our Cave Claws. That's all we know. Are they being fairly tight-lipped about, do we know even where it's going to go to? You gotta remember, I'm way behind on current content, though, so, I still only have the Corsairs expansion. Like, I haven't bought anything, you know, in the current expansion or anything like that, so... I don't know about any of that. Haven't gotten any of that yet. Well, I'm still working on getting to the content of the Corsairs expansion so that I can work through that. But I'm in no hurry. You know, it's kind of refreshing in a way to just sort of get back to just running through the story and learning the story again. And it's kind of, well, I mean, this is my first time through a lot of, you know, any of this content. I have not done any of this before. So it's nice having it sort of all be new, you know, things in the game be new, especially after spending so many years doing so many things over and over and over again. So it is kind of refreshing. Hoping hard myself, hoping that it will be Second Age focused expansion that will bring us back to the old kingdoms of Arnor during the Witch King War, visiting existing zones like Evendim and Lowlands, but in a different age. That would be interesting. Before the Blue Lady flooded it? Is that what you're talking about? Yes, we can dream. We can always dream. Dream a little dream of me. What? That is a cool take. Yeah, you're right. It is actually a very cool take. Very interesting. Hello? Hello? There's supposed to be somebody here. One of the brothers. Oh, there he is.
I came here in search of Corsairs, but
Megovana.
I think they ran afoul of another foe.
Be ready for anything. There are goblins all around us. Kill him! Sorry, that's how they say, right? I will say some of the burglar stuff that they've redone, it's actually nice having a bit, you know, being Blue Line. It's nice having some AOEs that we didn't have before for this line. I've actually been appreciating that very much. Well fought. Okay. Alright, so now we gotta go find Eladan. Goblin voice actor confirmed. There you go. I do my best. Do my duty. No. Yes. Viznak 2. Wait, what? New to the game, on which difficulty setting should I play? Okay, so if you are referring to the landscape difficulty, I would say play whatever it is that gives you a level of challenge that is adequate for you. Now, see, now Questing Dad's gonna go like, yeah, Landscape 3, and I know why he's gonna say that, because you immediately want to get to a level that would afford you the awards that come with that. If you get to, what is it? What's the level? I think so. You have to choose before you get to level 11. I think you must choose, but choose wisely. So yeah, so you have to choose by the time I think you reach level 11, and if you're on level 3 or higher, all the way through until you get to like level 50, then there's a title. If you go higher than that, I think if you go, is it level 3 that gets you the best one? Yeah. Well, there's always the Undying titles too. That's the other thing is if you want your Undying titles, that's kind of a conflict there. It's like you need to choose by level 11, but then the Undying titles go until level 20. The thing I always tell people is just, you know, play whatever difficulty level is super comfortable for you. You know, like, you know, make it a little bit of a challenge for you. You know, maybe bump it up here or bump it up there a little bit, right? Lower if you want a casual experience. Landscape 3 if you want the min-max the rewards, and any higher if you like pain. Yeah. I mean, I've done. I think when it was still like they were still trialing it, and it was over on the legendary servers. I think I was like doing like level 6 or something like that, 6 or 7, because I liked pain. I guess I play standard and go for the level 20 title. Well, here's the thing. I mean, what's everybody's general thought on level 3? Of the difficulty setting and being able to still obtain your Undying titles, because there's an Undying title, there's one at 5, there's another one at 10, There's another one at 14, another one at 17, and then another one at 20. 20, you'll get your the Undying. Title is The Undying. So if you want those titles, just keep that in mind. But, I mean, level 3 landscape difficulty isn't super terrible, but it really depends on what you want to go for. You know, you can go for, you know, I mean, it's level 3 isn't bad. I got all those titles. Just move out of the red square when it shows up. Okay, there you go. There you go. It's been a while since I've started a new character and like tried out the difficulties and stuff. But the other thing too is I've got a lot of experience playing the game. So like, you know, for somebody who's new, they may not know all the nuances and intricacies of combat or whatever. Not that it's super difficult in this game anyway. Landscape difficulty though, like the basic landscape difficulty is like super easy. It's way too easy. We've always complained about that. We're like, you know, landscape is a face roll. See, even the cows agree. Alright, we are still looking for this other elf brother. As I ride around on my drunk horse. I'm gonna... Oh, God. Well, that wasn't good. Sorry about that. I was gonna say, have any of you, like, noticed, and I know I've mentioned this once before, in previous weeks, have any of you noticed how it seems like in these newer areas, like the walkways, the pathways that you can travel upon seem to now... Oh. Ow. Bird. They seem to now be more cluttered with enemies in the zones. You notice that? Oh, another bird. See, and again, even this, too. It's like Eladan's right here. I've got to talk to him. But there's mobs just, like, flying right in, right? Angry birds, I know, right? Totally.
I tracked a party of Corsairs to this hillside, and I think they are readying their response.
Let us face them and ensure the safety of Iafel. Here they come! God, it feels like I'm in a, like, tutorial for, whatever they are. Oh, look. Oh, look, combat lag. What do you know? Isn't it great? Oh, my God. Pretty horrendous. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you something. I haven't, you know, the last couple of weeks we've been playing, I haven't really experienced a lot of lag. Now, all of a sudden, we've got lag this morning. Not sure why that is. My, yeah, there's actually some packet loss going on. Interesting. That was all of them. Okay, he's gonna run off. Return, talk to Eladan at Ost Arndir. So we have to go to Ost Arndir. Do I actually have a travel to Ost Arndir? No, I don't. No, there's no swift travel up there. So, all right, we go back to the town we from. Good Lord, I gotta go all the way up there. You know what? We're gonna go down. We're gonna go down to Iafel, and we're gonna horse, little horse from Iafel up there. What server? Pelargir. Yesterday the lag was atrocious. Oh, really? Okay. Yay, 64-bit. Woo! A Peregrine. I don't know, the P one. I'm on the P server. Peregrine. I don't know, Pelargir. Whatever. Was that they never named a server after Pelargir, did they? I don't think they did. What is it? Peregrine and what was the other one? was the other one that they came out with at the same time. See, look. There's a bird. There's a pig. There's another bird. There's a Haradrim warrior. They're like all lined up on the pathways. Like you can't follow the paths anymore. It used to be that you could just, if you stayed on the road, you were usually safe. That is not the case anymore. Yeah, it's the P server. Ew. A lot of epic battle. You know what? I have not done an epic battle in years. I have not done one of those in quite some time. Oh, we were supposed to go up there. Go this way. You know, when they first came out, I enjoyed them. The problem with everything in this game, though, is that everything is super repetitive. Like, you know, it's just a grind. You know, and sometimes that's okay if, you know, if you're doing it with, you know, with friends and, you know, or, you know, you got a kinship that you're part of and people are doing the same stuff. And, you know, that, a lot of times that can kind of make it less monotonous.
You are here to help?
But, nobody wants to play with me anymore, so I just play by myself and I just play with myself all day long. Ost Arndir, is that where we're going? Yes. Oh, look. We're stuck again. Yes, I'm well aware of what I said, and somebody will take that out of context, or somebody will clip that, and, you know, whatever. I don't know. People just don't know how to have fun anymore.
My brother and I remained behind, for we believed the folk of the Green Hills might still be endangered.
Grief can render incapable even the stoutest of hearts. That is true even of the elves. I will be pleased to join your crew. I have little love for ships, but for adventure I have great fondness. Speak to my brother and see if he is of the same mind.
I went in search of corsairs and found goblins instead.
Will it be the same on our voyage to Umbar? Who knows what unexpected adventures will await us there? I have never been to that land, and I am filled with excitement at the prospect of seeing it for myself. I will be pleased to join the crew of the Wave Hunter, my friend. He will be there when the time comes to depart. Nice. Let's go turn that other quest in over here.
You did it! Oh, thank you so much! Those creatures make my stomach turn.
So do we have to constantly go back there to read that book? Because I don't really necessarily... I know they said somebody was in Pelargir. I guess that's what we need to do. We just need to go back to Lond Kirion and go read that book again. Ads have gotten lazy. Just got one for Horror Nights at Universal. It's basically an audiobook. Only thing on the screen is a picture of the logo and a little sound wave thingy. Really? Wow. So, speaking of ads and advertising on Twitch and stuff like that, so before stream this morning, I was watching a video. Devin Nash did a video about a week ago or so on the view botting situation in live streaming these days. And he's always really good because he usually backs up his stuff with some good numbers and stuff like that. And one of one of the big takeaways that I had, now, he was talking about, how it relates to, streamers and, things like, if they're view botting their channel, then they're moving up in the thing and, whatever. So now, people are more visible because they have more viewers, and there's tons of people doing it, and like 400 of the top 500 streamers on Twitch all are view botting their channels and things like that. I've always talked about it over the years. View botting on Twitch is literally just like so prevalent. And it's basically become this thing where, second, where are we going? We need to go up? No, we don't go, do we go up? No. We go this way. So anyway, one of the statistics that he came up with, and it was apparently sort of independently verified by another outside media like streaming, not an ad agency, I don't know, some agency of some sort. I forget exactly what it was, but anyway, they independently verified the same numbers. But essentially, what they came up with was that about 40% of the viewership on Twitch is fake. 40%. That means that half of you aren't here right now. Are you real or are you not? All right, let's see. Legolas and Gimli. Color me shocked. I know, right? It had something to do with one of the things he led out with was something called IVT, which is what was it? Something invalid viewer, something, I don't know. Anyway, basically, the percentage, the IVT percentage is like this percentage of viewership that is real versus what's not, right? You exist, awesome. If you exist, then say something in the chat. Yeah, so that's the other thing too. Like, yeah, you could do that. You'd be like, hey, if you actually exist in this channel right now, if you're a real person, just go ahead and say hi. Right away you start to find who is. But I mean, like, a lot of people won't do it because they people want to lurk and remain anonymous, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so the IVT is basically the percentage of your viewers that are not real, and there's a lot of ways that they do that. Things like embeds, way back in I think it was when was it? It was when I was streaming. What was it? Graveyard something or other. What was that game? I can't remember. But anyway, like, I remember that there was kind of a big rush at that time because there was another website that you would go there, and it was one of those sort of helper websites, and you go to that website, and they would have, like, let's say you go to the web page that they have for Lotro, and I don't even know if they have a Lotro page, but let's say they did, right? So what they were doing is this is the early days of embedding, and this is where I think a lot of people figured this out, was if you go to that website for help on a game, let's say Astroneer, for example, you go to the page, you're going to look up things for Astroneer, and what they were doing was embedding the #1 streamer of that particular game category on Twitch. They were embedding, that channel from Twitch in the webpage for everything. Like, when you go to the section that would be for Astroneer, so you'd go to that webpage looking for help, and while you're on that page, a viewer is open to the #1 streamer on Twitch for Astroneer at that time. And that would give them a view. That would give them a viewer on their channel. And I remember actually I had several communications with the people that ran Lotro Wiki at the time, and I was trying to get them to do kind of the same, because we're like, hey, there's a lot of people that come in for Lotro Wiki, and wouldn't it be great if when they come to the wiki, they can see, the channel. I mean, I was kind of trying to hit it from both sides. It was like, one, it would generate more traffic, for Twitch streamers, right? But then we could also find ways to, get more traffic to Lotro Wiki or into the game itself, just simply because, people would go to the wiki, they'd see somebody streaming, they go watch the stream, they come and play the game, that kind of thing. So, it was really kind of designed to do that. But they flat out refused to want to do it. And some of the other things, rather than actually like embedding a full viewer, now somebody figured out along the way, hey, if I just embed one pixel, and that pixel refers to a stream, and I think, I don't know, there's many of them out there that do it, but like literally it doesn't take up any space on a web page. But if you know somebody that, runs websites or whatever, that you can inject this one pixel into a web page, so that anybody that's on that web page, they won't see a viewer or anything, but it will still count as a viewer on that Twitch channel when it's live. And that's what they were doing. So it always feels so organic with a stream that has 1,000 viewers and the chat is only a Streamlab bot posting links. Yeah, there's that. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the thing, though. I mean, you're talking about having a stream that has like 1,000 viewers and does that, but I don't know. One of the things that always kind of like I just never really like is if I go into a stream and the chat's just scrolling so fast that I can't even read it. I won't hang around usually. Either that or I'll actually just like I'll kick the chat off to the side so I can't even see it. Because, I mean, to me, A, it's too distracting, and B, I couldn't get a word in edgewise if I wanted to ask a question or say something or do something anyway. But that's the other thing is, what chat is real anymore, because now you've got all these, AIs that, can be programmed to just inject chat into a stream and whatever. You just don't know what's real anymore. But yeah, they did come up with a number, and it was 40%. 40% of the viewership on Twitch is fake. There you go. But I know none of you are fake because, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Good morning, Jinjar. How are you? 5 people responded of the 17 viewers that it says that I have. So, what do you think about that? What's my live viewership ratio? All right. So we proved them right. Actually, that ratio is even worse. It's like 25% is real if we wanted to go off of that, but that's funny. I digress. All right, we're back here. So Legolas and Gimli, where are they? Outside Lond Kirion a few minutes ago, so perhaps he was going down to the docks. Okay, so Lond Kirion docks. Surgon, in his manor in Pelargir, so we'll need to go to Pelargir. Sigalef is with Duin here at his home in Morlad in the Blackroot Vale of King's Gondor West. Okay. And we got a few places we gotta go. J-Jax in Dol Amroth. That's cool. We can port to Dol Amroth. We could start there. I suppose maybe I should like jot these down. Let me open a notepad here just so I can make some notes of where we need to go. I don't like this. Normally when you come into a quest like this, it's like, okay, it'll tell you in the chat or in this quest text, right? B, they'll give you like a little book or something that'll have like a little thing here, like kind of like at the festival that we just did. You'd go do the market ones, right? And they'd have the recipes, like I need you to shop for all these items, right? And they give you a little window that would open up that would actually show you that. Here, this kind of sucks. Is like, okay, I've got to come back here for this now. every time I want to reread this, right? So we need Pelargir, Dol Amroth, right? Lond Kirion, we still need to go here, right? And what was the other one that we had there? There was, where was Sigilith? Was it Sigilith? Oh, there it is. All right. With Dwayne here at his home in Morlad. So we need to go to Morlad. Morlad! No. We need more laddies. Lurkers are unconfirmed. Perhaps. Maybe all the bots just heard me talking about them, so they all just left my channel. Leaf Shade will not join the crew. All right. Can I was written down simply to learn more about creatures such as leaves, and I cannot deny completely. Blah, blah. Where was Leaf Shade? Well, that's probably one of the go recruit these other people if you wish, right? So the Boon Companions, Sea Longing Lord, Carver of Distant Stone. What is this? Perhaps he said something to one of the guards of the gate there. Farouk Jahar. Where the heck was Farouk Jahar? Farouk Jahar. We'll have to check that one out. Calimbel in King's Gondor West. Okay, so we got to go to Calimbel. And what else do we have here? Rossaran the Swan Knight at Tadrent. A lot of places to have to visit. It looks like I gained 2. How did that happen? What, on the book, you mean? Probably I don't know. All right, let's go down to the docks. We'll go down to the docks. Supposedly somebody is down at the docks here. In Lond Kirion. Oh, the bots and... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant, like, the quests I was doing. No, I mean, I'm down to 16 now, so, you know, like I said, the bots come, the bots go. I don't know how many bots there are in this channel. I never bought my channel. I have never botted my channel. I've been accused of botting my channel. But, I've never done it. It doesn't make any sense, you know? It's like, why do it, you know? It's like, it's just dumb. I get why people do it. People are like, oh, you know, I need to be at the top of that category, and nobody's ever going to catch me doing it, so I'm going to do it. You know, that's what they do. Oh, look. Lag again. Stop botting. I know, right? Alright, to the docks. Is that another elevator there? I suppose it is. That's interesting. Alright, what do we got going on over here? Oh, it's Gimli.
I know why you are here, my friend.
And of course I will agree to sail with you into danger.
I hope you did not expect me to refuse, but I have set foot upon one too many boats for my liking in the past few months. I simply do not like them. Show me a dwarf who does, and I will be very surprised. The folk hereabouts say that the bay is generally calm, but I know that even the calmest waters can shake a boat to its very foundation. Do I say foundation? A boat has no such thing and tosses and turns at the merest whim of the waves. Seasickness is a concern, friend. Legolas inquired on my behalf, seeking a remedy for it, and learned that an herbalist in Melgobas may prepare a suitable concoction. Will you go there and see if it is ready? And you may also ask the elf if he desires to join your crew as well. I assume he will, but you should ask him yourself. Okay. How am I enjoying the burglar update now? It's actually been good. I'm liking that there are there's more AoE skills that we have available to us now that we had than we had before, at least for Blue Line anyway, because I played Blue Line. So it does seem. Why is there a red? Oh, I see. Okay, so these are where these others. Okay, got it. So this is Melgobas. So we're gonna go to Melgobas. Let me go there. I have to grab the stable and head that way. It's been good though. Like I said, there are. Oh, you know what? I need to refresh this while we're here. I almost forgot. I've only got like another 4 hours on my VIP services. Oh no, that's Mistress of Apprentices. Sorry, I thought that was the VIP chick. Okay, we'll have to. When we find the VIP chick, we'll have to like talk to her and refresh that. I've only got a few hours left for my VIP stuff for this week or this 2-week period or whatever. All right, so there's that. Where are we going? Way over here. But yeah, so I mean, some of the combat's a little bit better in that sense. I do find myself using the AoEs. Now the thing is, like, I'm still doing, like, I'm hitting a lot of green stuff, right? So it's not like the mobs that I'm hitting are all that difficult. That may change as I get closer,
We must
you know,
not
to
let our vigilance lapse.
into combat with things that are closer to level cap and my current level, which of course is 150. So. All right, let's see here. We want to go to... Is there no... Oh, Melgobas. There we go. Melgobas. Don't see the point in botting. People can easily tell, and I believe it costs money. It does cost money. Fake it till you make it. Yeah, well, that's... Fake it till you make it's a long-standing sort of phrase in almost anything, you know? You have to put up this persona that you are doing better than you are so that people will hang out, because nobody wants to hang out with the loser, right? So you gotta pretend to be something that you're not until you get to the point where you are the thing that you wanted to be or you were pretending to be. And then when you get there, now all of a sudden you're pretending to be something else anyway. So that's the way the world just goes around, it seems. I remember many years ago, I did the Amway thing. If y'all know what Amway is, and that was about at the time where they were transitioning into their online sort of stuff, which is now Quickstar, or at least it was Quickstar. I don't know if Quickstar is still a part of their stuff, whatever. If you look up Amway Business and whatever. And don't get me wrong, I mean, yes, it's a multi-level marketing business. It go beyond that. That's a topic for a larger conversation. But one of the things about that was, you know, again, you know, you had all these people that were, you know, the bigger diamond pin, you know, the bigger pins in the business. You know, they had built up their businesses over a few years and whatever, and they had the whole plan, and here's how you do it, and part of that was, again, you know, fake it till you make it. And the way they had described doing that was, because a lot of people generally have, I want to say a fear of, but it's not necessarily a fear, but maybe it is, of, talking to people, approaching people. It's probably even way more prevalent today than it was back then. But, some people are good salespeople and some people aren't, right? I'm not a good salesperson. But the problem with the Amway business and that kind of thing at the time was that it was, they were always pushing more to, the notion of, okay, you're in business for yourself. So, and you probably all have heard me say some of these things over the years, streaming and whatnot, but you're in business for yourself, right? So let's say you own a McDonald's franchise, right? Are you going to go down the street and are you going to go buy, your lunch at Burger King or Chick-fil-A or something like that? No, you're going to buy from your own business, right? You're going to eat the product that you're making. You're going to use and consume the product that your own business makes and not give your business to your competitors, right? So you're supporting yourself. So first thing you do when you start supporting yourself in that business was, change your buying habits so that you're buying products from yourself. And they had, a billion freaking products to choose from. Most of the core Amway products were, soap products and personal care items. And they even had, cosmetics and whatever, those were all. And a lot of that was kind of like the high margin items, right? You got a lot of there's a lot more profit in those, but they had catalog items and all kinds of stuff. You could pretty much sell everything from tires to vending machines for your house and tons of stuff, right? So anyway, and so the idea was, okay, you're in business for yourself. You buy all of these things that whatever you would buy somewhere else, now buy it from yourself. You save money on it and you support your own business and that kind of thing. So then by extension, what you're then doing is you're teaching, you now go find other people that want to do the same thing and teach them how to do that as well, right? People that want to do that. And it's a lot of it's consumables and things like that. So it was stuff like, your laundry detergent. That was one of the big things that they were really big on, was laundry detergent was, I think, one of their original core products. Stuff like that. So now what you do is you go out, and they had all the numbers worked out. They're like, if you go out and you talk to X number of people, you'll find, Y number of people that will actually want to do it. And from those that actually get started, you'll have Z number of people that will actually go and build a business on their own. Some people just want to buy products. Some people just, some people want to build that business, right? So a lot of that was, to get back, I guess, to what I was saying. So you have to go out and meet people, right? So you have to, the whole fake it till you make it kind of thing. It's not only, if you're just, granted, you could be standing around in a Wawa and, run into somebody. You basically be standing in line. They'd be teaching you, hey, here's how you learn how to talk to people. Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? Things like that, right? Is what they would start to talk about there. And just how to meet people, how to dress for success, and all of those kinds of things. And needless to say, I never became an Amway guru or anything like that. It was I think everybody kind of goes through one of those phases early in their life, trying to find.
You are the second person to ask for such a concoction today.
Trying to find what you want to do. Dress for success, no pants. Well, I'm sitting here in my underwear, so there's that. How's that for a visual? See, that's one of the reasons why as I've gotten back to streaming, why I've kind of been I don't want to deal with the headcam stuff right now and whatever, and I'm just so yeah, I can sit here in in underwear and a wife beater, something like that, So it's been good. Hey, Malin, good morning. All right, a seasickness remedy. You are the second person to ask for such a concoction today. The first was an elf, and I will tell you that what I told him. The effectiveness of such an elixir varies depending upon the person who takes it and what works for one may not work for another. I do not give back the purchase price in the event you are dissatisfied. No refunds! TMI? I know, right? Hey, I'm the king of TMI around here, right? Still saving for that dab command. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to turn off the dab command because I'm not putting the camera on. I'll have to, like, go, like, grab one of my screenshot, like, of me doing a dab, and then I'll just, like, push a button, and you'll see a sort of a static dab. Or maybe I'll just, like, cut it out and, like, you know, show an old dab or something. I don't know. Dab on demand? Oh, God. Don't spend for it because I'm not going to turn the camera on, just so you know. Don't waste it. I'll have to go out and remove that. You have a gift? Yeah, you have a gift somewhere. You got the one of me doing the little dance too. Do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. I sent the elves to collect some Langstrand flowers and beast parts from the creatures hereabout. And while he has not yet returned, if you perform the same task as he, the work may be finished more quickly. I make use of parts from crawlers, aurochs, and crabs in the various unguents and potions that I create, and will appreciate any you bring back to me. Okay. Collect Langstrand flowers, collect beast parts. We have to go out there, and maybe over there in that little spot there. Well, let's go see what we can find. What's everybody watching on TV these days? Anything good? We finished watching House this past week. Ended in a way that I guess I wasn't really like expecting that it was going to end. But it was good. It was a good series. We watched the whole thing. We basically binged it. It kind of became our like watch this when you go to bed at night kind of show, right? And so we'd like watch an episode of that before we went to bed, and it's like there's like 7 years of content, episodes, and that's a show from the the years when there was like 20 plus episodes to a season, not like now where there's like 6 or 10. Many insects, no. Crawlers, crabs, or oxen? Oh, cows. Cows. Where's the cows? Hey, Vet. Thanks for the 5 consecutive, man. How are you? Oh, it's a cow. So now we have for our next show to watch. We are watching The Sopranos on HBO Max. I have seen the series before. It's been a number of years since I have, but Ange has not seen it before. So we're watching that. That's our binge watch show. That and our dinner time watching show is has been the X-Files. We're actually we're in like season 4, I think, of the X-Files, or maybe 5 right now. And that was another one that I don't know if I ever actually watched all of it myself. I watched a good bit of it over the years, but never actually binged like the whole entire thing. So we're watching that, and Ange has not seen that one before either. So, X-Files is awesome. I was always a fan, and but I never really watched it all. So that's what we're doing now. We are watching all of it. Here's 6 episodes of the show you love. See you in 2 years for the next season. I know, isn't that horrible? It's what they do, man. Here's probably a good current example. Is anybody watching Alien Earth? Has anybody started watching Alien Earth? I believe it's up on we have it on Hulu. I think you can watch it on FX also. But if you are a lover of the alien mythology, it's definitely a good watch. I highly recommend it. There's only like 6 or 7 episodes in this first season. I think the last one is scheduled to come out this week sometime. Oh gosh, these flowers are everywhere over here. So yeah. So if you wanted, if you were actually ready to go like binge the entire season for it, you could do that now, because that was one of the ones where they're releasing an episode like every week or something like that. But yeah, they're on that. So anyway, good stuff. Good stuff. Really good cinematography for that one. The story is very interesting. I like it, but like the horror, it's not like a ton of blood and gore horror. I won't spoil it, but basically there's a lot more sort of suspenseful type horror, kind of harkening back to, you know, some of the early Alien stuff. Alien is really good and kind of cool looking in 4K. Yeah. Well, and nowadays, of course, you know, something like, you know, the xenomorph from, you know, Alien is like, it's, I don't know, it's so well done. Very short-lived, but also a wonderful show. Fringe, you know, it's funny that you mentioned that. Like, that was one of the ones, I don't know, I think at some point that, like, I watched it early on. I was watching, God, this is going way, when it was in its original run, I was watching it. And I forget most of it right now. I don't know if it just kind of jumped the shark for me at some point,
Thank
but
you for bringing me these. They will
I
all
lost
be
interest
used
somewhere
in
along the way.
something.
Might be a good one to go back and redo at some point. Your friend returned shortly before you did, and I have given him the seasickness remedy I promised. I give to you the same warning I gave him. It may not have the desired effect upon the dwarf for whom it is intended. Truly does vary based on the individual, and if it does not work as you expect, it is not a failing of the potion or of she who brewed it, but I hope it does help him. Seasickness is not a pleasant thing for anyone. Legolas.
I hope possession of this remedy will ease the turmoil of Gimli's stomach.
When the Wave Hunter sets out, he may not even need to ingest it if he knows it is near at hand and might be taken if necessary. I will not tell him of the chance that it will do nothing unless he asks directly. I will not lie to my friend, but this information can do no good in advance and may instead do harm. A lie of omission is still a lie. See what I did there? There was no need for you to come all this way to speak with me. I, of course, will join you on your mission. The sea longing has me, and will not abate. But I understand the Wave Hunter will remain in the bay and not pass out into the great sea. There are still things for me to see and to do before I begin that last voyage, and I count high in that number, aiding you in the rescue of young Thorongil from the clutches of the Kindred of the Coins. I will be pleased to join your crew, my friend. Both I and Gimli will meet you by the Wave Hunter when you are ready to depart. Okay. All right. Where else to? Pelargir. So we need to go to Pelargir. We need to go to. Where else? Dol Amroth. We need to go to DA for one of them, so we'll go ahead to DA. See what we've got there. Now, what I don't know is where in DA the individual is that we need to talk to here. Thought there was somebody in DA that we had to talk to. Wasn't it J-Jax? Wasn't J-Jax here? Not seeing a ring anywhere, so that's kind of what has me a little curious. Hi there, little miss. Who won? Little Stormy decided to come in here and yell at me. Gonna trick the poor dwarf. They should just get him royally drunk so he could hangover sleep the entire ride. Yeah. Kind of like they do to Mr. T, right? Whenever B.A. Baracus wanted to travel. They'll remember that. He wouldn't fly on planes, so they would always knock him out so that they could fly him around everywhere. I don't see a ring here. That's kind of discouraging. All right, let's see. Dol Amroth. Anything else around out here? Highly recommend checking Discord DMs when you get a second. What did you do, Zeus? What did you do? Yep. That's the one. Very nice. All right. This way. It's even better with you singing over it. Oh God! All right, so I didn't play it or watch it or listen to it. So are you telling me that you like dubbed my singing over it? Her bras, a message of courage.
Gondor needs your aid.
Yeah. Plant banners, swan okay, I've done all these. The whole thing with the swan knights and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty much all be done. All these other rings over here. Oh, not that way. You put me singing? Oh, God. I woke up to Gregorian chants this morning. It was weird. Hey, Coco, how are you? Gregorian chants? How did that happen? Please enlighten us.
These are troublesome times indeed.
They are troublesome times indeed. All right, so we got to go somewhere else. Let's go to West Pelargir because we know that we can go to Pelargir. Oh, you know what though? Maybe we need to be in the ones in King's Gondor. I'll bet you that's what it is. That's probably why we don't see the ring. We need to be in the ones that are in King's Gondor. I bet you that's it. Yeah, see, Lebanese, Pelargir. Yeah, we're in the wrong place. We're in the wrong time, I think, is actually
How may I help you, friend?
More appropriate. So okay, so how do we get there now? This is the big deal, right? So travel to so Dol Amroth in King's Gondor. There we go. That's what we're looking for. I always go to bed letting YouTube play by itself. This morning it was on Gregorian chants. Oh, right? Stuff like that. I never watch anything spiritual. Oh. Don't make another. Hey, there you go. See, that's the thing. Like, you know, if I'm not like visual, everything has to be audible now. And, you know, you all are like always about, oh, your butter voice. Right? Oh. Now, see, now I'm just going to want to like do, like, I don't know. I have to go look up like Gregorian chants and stuff and like use those. Oh, hey, look, it's the VIP chick. We need to talk to her. Because we were talking about that earlier. I need to accept and finish.
Would you do something for me?
And
Hello
drink the
there.
bottle and throw the bottle away. And then we get rid of that. And we put that there. And we make this one with 3 hours left. We make that one go away. And then we just put this up there. And now we have 2 weeks again. I actually have any of you seen this? I actually have a character that has the subscriber town services that like literally has like 200 years left or something like that, or 200 months or something like that. It has like some insane amount of time left on it. You have that? Yes. How did that happen? Some people have the bug, not sure when it appeared. Yeah, it happened. I'm trying to. I don't know. I did. I got those on tunes I transferred over from Craig. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is then. So, if you had it active on a certain tune, when you did the character transfer, it moved it over and somehow, like, reset that. Kind of a neat little bug, you know, because for those characters, I don't have to refresh that. It'll stay, like, for forever now. Although, I don't know if that applies. I don't think it applies to the drinking bottle, you know, like the thing that you get. So, like, here, like, I have subscriber buffs that last for 14 days. I don't think it translates to that. So, like, if you still want the subscriber buffs, you still got to go talk to her every 2 weeks or something like that. Alright, so now, yeah, so I was right about that. We needed to be in Dol Amroth in King's Gondor time frame. Oh, look. The lag. The lag is real. Oh, no, that's the wrong way to go. But yeah, it was neat. It was neat to come across that. I was like, what is this? Okay, no, this is totally the wrong way. Where is J-Jack? Oh, is he up in the, he must be up in the tower. So if it can be infinite, what's the point of making it on two? That's kind of always been my question too. If it's literally something that could be permanent, then why make us go through all that every 2 weeks? But I don't know. I guess maybe it's just something where they're like, okay, you know, maybe I'm guessing that it stems from something like, oh, well, we'll log in more if we have to go do that or something. I don't know. I don't see that personally. I think they should just grant it. But I guess maybe they can't, like, make that on a character. They could, though. That's the thing. It's like, you know, if you have, if you're a VIP, Prince Imrahil. If you're VIP, can, you know, just give you the buff, right? When you log in. But no, they can't do it that way. It may have something to do with the fact that, like, you need, like, this is an object, right? They give you an object, this subscriber town services, that opens this window. So that object opens this window, which then allows you to access these different sub-items, right? So it could be something with the way things are programmed that in order to get to these using an object, they can't play that off of the fact that you have a VIP status for some reason. The only thing I could think of is maybe it's like, okay, when you log out, the object would go away, right? So now when you come and log in again, they've got to give you the object again, and they're constantly like handing you this object and taking it away. And if they're doing that every single time you log in, maybe that's puts more strain or stress on the system, something like that, because Lord knows how easy this system gets stressed when we see the lag all the time, you know. So just saying. All right, let's see here. No, we don't want that.
I did not expect you to return to Dol Amroth so quickly. And where is the king?
You tell Prince Imrahil about Nakazi Wave Reaper's raid upon the Green Hills and her seizure of young Thorongil. When you speak of King Elisar's suggestion that you assemble a crew to rescue the heir of Pineth Galeen, the prince grasps the hilt of his sword. I can leave at once. You have but to say the word, and I will voyage with you to Umbar Barbel, the city of sails. The kindred of the coins will not stand long against us, for they will know my face and my reputation. But you are not here to recruit me for your mission, are you? I can tell from your expression that the king wishes this to be a more secret quest. Yes, I see the king. I see the need for it. I apologize for getting carried away. Who does the king suggest? You say that you are considering the Corsair Jajax for your crew, and the prince is overcome by a coughing fit. What? Tell me you are not serious about this. This Jajax is a Corsair, and will betray you at the first opportunity if he has not already. My scouts report that he has gone in the direction of Abadek's Watch, southeast of Dol Amroth, likely to meet with those of his fellows encamped there. They are a danger to Gondor, and always will be. Hope you know what you are doing. If the king believes this is the right course, I will not speak against it. Alright, find Jajax at Abadek's Watch, southeast of Dol Amroth. That system should smoke weed then, less stress. I don't know what happens if you give the hamsters weed. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? We have some of those catnip balls that they're like in this little sort of like rotating cup. So you attach the this ball. Basically, it's like a hard, solid ball of catnip, and it goes in this cup. So then you attach this little cup thing with a sticker thing to, like, we have one on our refrigerator, for example. And then the cats can come over and they can sort of like rub their face all over it, and it kind of just spins in that cup as they do that and whatever. So we have like these like little catnip balls around the house that the cats can enjoy whenever they like. Smoking the old Toby, there you go. You think they'll ever legalize marijuana everywhere? I do not partake personally, but I'm sure that, you know, there's plenty of folks out there that do, that are okay with that, and that's cool. I have nothing bad to really say about it. It's like, hey, you know what? Just don't go out and like drive a car or something and do something stupid. What you choose to do on your own time with your own body is really kind of up to you, not me. But, and of course, being here in Florida, you know, we got lots of places, you know, people have their, what is it, the medical marijuana cards. I see those places all over the place, and I just have to question, like, because it seems like it's, like, so easy to get a medical marijuana card. Over here in Canada, I'm pretty sure they put in the weed, the same crap they put in cigarettes to create an addiction. Isn't that the thing about weed though? Like, weed is not addictive unless they're doing something else to purposely taint it to make it addictive, right? But isn't that kind of one of the things that people have always said about weed is like, well, it doesn't, the chemicals in weed aren't really something that you get any kind of like an addictive tendency from or something like that. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't partake, so I honestly don't know. I hear it makes you hungry. Smoke some weed, get the munchies, right? Something like that. I suppose we can talk about things like that because, you know, like, you know, they have pipe weed in the game. So we will refer to it as the pipe weed. I do partake, so that's why I'm saying if I stop, I'm raging. No way, really? Wow. Interesting. Hey, there's our buddy J-Jax. Imrahil's scouts spoke true. J-Jax stands outside Abadek's watch.
Well, look who turned up. And just in time.
Defeat Corsairs inside. I have learned what happened to Dax, my friend. And I was just about to go inside and rescue him. But now that you are here, I see the blessing of happy chance is upon me. I have always been one of the lucky ones. That is why I have lived so long. Now get in there, kill his captors, and keep my brother alive. We'll talk once you've done that, and not before. Interesting. Part of the DARE program? No, not really. Dare to keep your kids off drugs. Yeah, that shit never worked either. Oh, the lag. The lag is real. Oh. I really should try to pickpocket some of these guys. That might be nice. What's in your pocket, says? What'd I get? Nothing. I failed to burgle any items. For that, you die!
Are you here to rescue me?
Yes.
Please say that is what brings you here.
But otherwise I might fear I might die bound to this post, and that would make my brother very disappointed, I am sure of it. You tell Daxamat that J-Jax waits for him outside Abadek's watch and unite and you untie him. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. I will not remember it. I will not forget it. Alright, talk to J-Jax outside. Lovely. I will not remember this. I will be remembering you.
I told you I was lucky. All I had to do is wait, and you rescued my brother for me, huh?
Very fortunate. The stars truly smile upon J-Jax. They always have, and they always will. Now, what brought you in search of me? You tell J-Jax that you are assembling a crew to sail to Umbar to rescue the kidnapped heir of Pinath Galeen from the Kindred of the Coins, and you want him to join you. When you have finished, J-Jax laughs, but his laughter is free of mirth. Why would I do this? What could you possibly offer to me that would make it worth my while to return to Umbar while it is under control of the Kindred? I told you what happened when Dax and I returned there. No. My answer is no. You will sail to Umbar without us.
Wait.
Daxamad stares off into the distance as if gathering his courage. I will join you if you will have me. I fear the Kindred of the Coins, but I fear the heirs of Castamere more, and they still have supporters throughout the lands. The Corsairs here in Abedek's Watch belong to that number. They imprisoned me as a traitor to the heirs, and would do so again if given the chance. My brother says he is the lucky one, but I think in recent days I have had the best fortune in our family, for your path brought you here to rescue me. I cannot be...
You leveled up! Way to go, Cupcake!
I cannot be certain that you will be near the next time unless I go with you on your ship. Count me among your crew. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
So, that is the way of it, Dax.
J-Jax scowls at you. My brother has always been one who follows. First, he served Balakor the Scourge as a deckhand on the Night Jewel, and then he served Asgarzor, his brother, until we slew him, and only then. Always Dax needs someone to tell him what to do. Well, I am different. Corsair's scowl deepens. J-Jax is a captain, not a crew member. He gives the commands. He is the one who leads. J-Jax shakes his head at his brother and gives you a curt wave with one hand. This is where we part ways. I will find a crew and a ship of my own. May my brother serve you better than he served the heirs of Castamere. Without me to keep him in line, I believe your ship will be doomed. A pity that. Pity and farewell. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Where else did we need to go? We needed to go up into Morlad. That is our next destination. I don't think we have it. Do we have a swift travel to Morlad? I don't think we do. Lund Kirion, King's Gondor, Dol Amroth. No. All right, we'll go back into King's Gondor, Dol Amroth, and we'll try to swift travel up from there. You actually know and get pop culture references. I do. I try. Is that unusual for a Lotro streamer to understand pop culture references?
I never thought to see such happy days as these.
Melgobas, no. Where did we say we were going? We are going to Morlad. Morlad? Morlad. It has been in your experience. What? That Lotro streamers don't get pop culture references? Well, I will say this about Lotro. They don't really go in for a lot of like pop culture stuff to go like into the game, which I think we can all streamers in general. Oh, okay. I mean, for Lotro though, like, you know, they don't. There's not a lot that they do that to put in pop culture references like you're gonna see in a lot of other modern games, MMO or otherwise, right? There are a few things, You know, but they usually tend to sort of just sneak them in. I guess a good example is there's an elf in Rivendell, for example, that is there for Spock. So, you know, it says, you know, if he's standing there and he says live long and prosper in Elvish, you know. So there's little things like that, you know, and they just kind of like, if you don't, I guess if you don't know the reference or you don't get the reference, that's kind of how that goes. But streamers in general don't get pop culture references. Well, that's interesting. I'll do my best to continue. I don't know. I don't really necessarily consider myself to be like a huge pop culture knowledge base. Let's just say that. Where are we going? Oh, we're going all the way up to the top here. Up to the tippy top. Or did we not go to the tippy top? Wait, what did I miss? Did I just go back down the wrong way? I think I did. Got turned around. Don't turn around. Uh-oh.
I am pleased to see you again. But what brings you here now?
King Elisar sent word that he will come in person to the Blackroot Vale after all. And I believe I have you to thank for that. It is important for the folk of Morlad and the wider Vale to see their king. But what brings you here now? You ask Duin here if an elf warrior named Sigilith has come to Morlad, and he says that he has not seen anyone by that name or description come from the south. You shake your head and tell the Lord of the Blackroot Vale that Sigilith would likely come from the north. He marvels at you in surprise. From the north? Does that mean you expect this elf warrior to come through the paths of the dead? I have not seen her at any rate. If you go to the Dark Door, perhaps you will intercept her on her way, but I find this hard to believe. See? Another good one, yes. I'm full of them today. I'm full of it, alright. I riz with the kids. I'm told my content slaps. No, Ohio. What? The hell kind of a statement was that? I love using riz out of I didn't even... You got the Falco reference, but have no idea what no Ohio means. See, yeah, I'm lost there, too. Explain yourself. Bagagua? What? What? What is that? What? Bagagua? Oh, Merv. Okay. Oh. So, there you go. Ange got it. Bagagua? Okay. Ohio means weird or strange. That sounds very, very stereotypical-ish. You've stereotyped all of Ohio now, and it's Ohio, by the way. Of course, if you're like me and you're from Pennsylvania, you say Ohio because that's actually how it's pronounced. But you know, if you live in Ohio, you say Ohio, right? That's like, you know, if you're in Kentucky, you say things like Louisville. Wow, somebody's triggered in the other room right now. From the Philadelphia general region, I'll give you like King of Prussia if you know the Philly area. Not actually from King of Prussia, but, you know, out that way. Valley Forge, King of Prussia. I grew up all around that whole area. Kids these days, anyway. I'm from the dumb generation and I've never heard that one. Yeah, I really hadn't either. We are running up against the difference between pop culture and slang, okay?
What brings you once again to the Blackroot Vale?
You tell Rovalang that you are waiting for a friend to arrive and you plan to ask her to join your crew on a secret mission to Umbar. God, we're telling everybody about the secret mission. It's so secret, we have to tell everyone. The Swan Knight nods and looks as if he has some questions to ask, and then he smiles. I will not press you any further on this, my friend, for a secret mission should remain secret. See? See? This is what I tell him, you know? No matter how intriguing it may be for me to hear more of it. While you wait for your friend to arrive, perhaps you will help me with my own task. I have been ordered to make safe the Blackroot Vale, and I could use your help with that as before and as always. Defeat foes in the Blackroot Vale. Okay. What is that down there? Lingra. You grew up in Prospect Park. Did you really? That's awesome. I can't say I've ever been there. Yes, a secret mission. Quick, light the beacons. I know, right? The beacons are lit. And so is Coco. Just saying. Alright, we have to, let's see here. Defeat foes in the Blackroot Vale. Alright. Can I have some foes, please? Somebody give me some foes to defeat. Not seeing any foes. Oh, there's a heart. There's one. Have a heart. Oh, that'll count too. These work. How do they do that? Oh, it's a bat. I'm Batman. Yeah, there's no gagging on this stream. Sorry. They die like a dude after a sip of a refreshing drink. I know they're like, ah. All done. Talk to Rovalang by the road to the dark door. We have to go back where we were. The satisfied sigh. Exactly. A sigh of satisfaction. A satisfaction, as it were. Could be a good ad. There you go. You know, when you mention an ad and I have something like something like satisfaction, it makes me think of anticipation. The old anticipation. Yeah. Product placement right there. What's the product? Who knows? Talk about a cultural reference.
Thank you, my friend. It is always a pleasure to work alongside you.
But wait, someone comes. Something wicked this way comes. The elf warrior Sigileth has answered your call.
I did not expect to see you on the road. I would have found you, as we will find my brother.
You ask Sigileth if she has truly passed through the paths of the dead on her way to the Blackroot Vale, and she looks at you quizzically. I am no stranger to places of evil, my friend. My stay beneath the dungeons of Dol Guldur has seen to that. I was untroubled by the paths of the dead. Any of the spirits that still dwell beneath the mountain chose not to hinder my passage. A wise choice. Now, tell me what you have learned of Coridan's whereabouts. Time is wasting. You tell Sigileth briefly of what you know of her brother's captivity by Nakazi Wavereaper and the Kindred of the Coins, and of your plan to rescue him. Your ship is docked at a lake to the west. I will meet you there and sail with you to Umbar. My brother will be freed from captivity and death, just as I was when you thought me dead on the stairs of Dol Guldur. Let us not delay. Right? To Rovalang again.
Ah, this sounds like quite the adventure.
Quite the adventure. I would go with you, but I'm commanded by my prince to make safe the Vale, and I have never desired to do other than that task. Good fortune